Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for a new and exciting episode of the Quartet Corner with your girl, Boss Lady. I'm so excited to be sitting down and to be having a great conversation with some of the members of this two-time Stellar nominated group, the Exciting Holy Sons. This group has come straight out of Chicago, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, even the growing pains of doing quartet for over 30 years and how they were able to stick together and to continue to pursue the greatness that they are. Come on, take a seat, sit down, grab your popcorn, and let's have this great, interesting conversation with some of the guys of the exciting Holy Sons. Hey everybody, it is your girl, Boss Lady from Quartet Corner. I am so excited to be having some of my friends, my bros from out of the Chicago area. They've been in the quartet field for a very, very long time. And if you have ever experienced a ministry, you will know for a fact they are some house dumpers. They wreck shop everywhere that they go. And I just love hearing them because they are the underdogs. I would like to introduce to some and to present to many out of Chicago, the exciting Holy Sons. Yay!
Hey
Listen,
everybody.
I am so excited. We only got three other guys that's here tonight. We got Charles, we got J Love, and we got Isaac. All right. So, Isaac,
Yes, I'm here.
Charles, you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Love. Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going
You
on?
know,
Listen,
you know, Charles is my baby brother, right?
he your baby brother?
Yeah, he
I need
my
to talk
younger
to you.
brother.
I need to talk. Yeah, I must have been whoop Charles when he was coming up. He must have got away with murder. Nah, I love them. Listen, when I tell you, when I go to Chicago, they will tell you, I'll always hit them up. I'll be like, hey, I'm in Chicago. They always know I'm in Chicago. And it was one good time that I hit Chicago and they found out I was there. And trust you me, I got in trouble. But it's okay. It's all right. I know better not to do it again, but it's all good. So, you guys ready for the interview?
Yes,
Yes, man.
Got some good questions. All right,
we
first
ready to
question.
answer.
You got some answers. The first
Yeah.
question is, how long you guys been singing and how did you guys originate?
Well, we've been singing for 33 years. We originated from 1649. I mean, 14th Street, West 14th Street. I'm sorry.
Can
What's
I
question?
tell you the story how the group came up with the thing? I'm gonna let Charles finish, but let me just put this history in. He leaving it out.
All right.
They have been singing for a while. The boys, Charles, Nuki, Ron, Pat, and I want to say, was Kevin in at the time, Charles?
No,
Okay, well, them three, they have been
Antoine.
playing, and Antoine, and they have been playing around, singing and singing and singing, and then Charles, you take it from there. I'm going too early. Go ahead, Charles.
Well, where he left off, Reverend Pastor Artigu saw us, making guitars and
Remember
putting
the
buckets.
pastor of the church started. Remember in the front room.
Listen.
Bo came later.
No, Bo started it. Bo gave us our key. We was up his mother.
I was in the group
Bo,
at that time.
Bo started it at 1649. He gave us our key. We was making guitars out of wood, and we had buckets for drums. And we was singing. We were singing one of their songs, and he taught us that. And then he went to the Eveready. Then our manager Terry Holland had took it over and took us to 1409 South Ashland and said, "This something y'all want to do?" And she was the manager. We was the Terry boys at the time. that's when what you talking about, Ike, and we went on from there.
All right. So you guys been singing for 33 years, originated out of Chicago, and that you guys pretty much grew up together because you guys are not that old. So you pretty much grew up together from teenagers on up. You've experienced a lot of life experiences together, got married, had kids. I want to know, as far as being a group, how were you guys able to challenge growing pains? And when I say growing pains, just life challenges. 33 years is a long time to be a part of a group, right? So how did you guys channel through that?
Well, it was hard because a lot of the guys, you know, they guys, men now, they was kids at the time, and they wanted to play with the other kids. But as they was growing, you know, I guess people in the family saw that they was good and gifted at what they were doing. And so when everybody that was older who helped started working and stuff, me and Cooney, which was the drummer, we would get with them and, you know, and we'll beat on the buckets and we'll have a good time, a box good time. We just playing around until, you know, we start learning our instruments and, you know, being taught what we was and we put it into work and it started getting better and better as we was going throughout the years. So it was real challenging because they wanted to do other things. We argued, fight, had to go look for guys, get them off the basketball court or out the field playing hide and go see, and they'd be mad and crying. But they'll go in there and do what they have to do, but we wouldn't stop because that's what we wanted to do. It was fun to us. Hello?
So, and you know, I think a lot of times, even us as young people, because I mean, I think all of us is kind of in the same age bracket, that we didn't realize that a lot of stuff that our family or our parents tried to have us involved. You guys live in Chicago and some of the rougher parts of Chicago. So I know that you guys probably saw some rough stuff. And probably the Exciting Holy Sons probably saved a lot of you guys' lives, you know, or just helping you stay out of trouble or, you know, just to keep you out your focus. So I don't know. I'm just excited that you guys stuck together for so long. 33 years is a long time. It really is a long time.
Yeah. And a lot of people that is not in the group right now, they left because it looked like we was being lifted up and we was going places. We was going somewhere, and then like all of a sudden the bottom dropped. You start hearing bad reviews on you. They think they this. They talk, and you talking about kids have to deal with that. You know, turning down the mics and not giving us the same sound. It was growing pains to sometimes we left programs in tears, crying, you know, like what we do. You know, when being invited to the bigger program that was happening in Chicago. And until one day it all changed because they knew we had a following of people that follow us, listen to us. And I guess the fans or the supporters, I'm going to say supporters, won that battle. You know, they wanted to hear us.
Yeah. So, you know what? You just made a great point. You made a great point that you said that all of a sudden things kind of changed for you. My question is to you guys, because Jay, you are one of the lead singers. Charles don't want to say he's a lead singer. I say he's a lead singer. Isaac played the bass. And you guys been around for a long time. Jay, you said you've been a part of the group for what, the last 22, 23 years? How long you been a part of it?
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
So my question is, for the younger guys that's coming up in the quartet industry that might have experienced what you guys have experienced as far as, you know, what we call politics, the favoritism, all the other stuff that we see. Like, what words of encouragement that you can honestly give them? Because a lot of them probably want to quit quartet. But what could you tell them that, you know, can maybe let them hang in there just a little bit longer?
I could tell, well, me personally, I could say, I basically would tell them, don't give up. Don't get in. Don't give in, because when you get your time to sing, or when you get your time to you finally get on shows or whatever, just do what God called you to do, and people gonna know you was there. I always said this. I mean, we might not bust no house, we might not do nothing, but they gonna know we was there. They gonna know we was there.
Yeah.
You know, that's my opinion to anybody that's up and coming. Well, we can talk like that now because we older now, we've been singing for a while, but I would tell them, don't give up. Just keep on doing what you do and do your best, what God gave you. And that's it. They gonna know you was there. They gonna have to acknowledge it. They gonna have to.
And stay humble and believe
Stay
in your
humble.
craft. Don't don't try to be somebody that you ain't. Have your own identity. Have your own identity. Just stick with your identity. It'll work. It'll work.
Yep.
I think that's one thing that a lot of us do not want to talk about is keeping your own identity. I know a lot of times we do kind of mark ourselves after people that we grew up listening to and stuff like that. But who can you guys honestly say as the Excited Holy Sons? You guys have been nominated for 2 Stellas. So let's put that out there. You guys been nominated. So it's not like, Lokes out here for a very long time. So coming up through the years, who can you honestly say that you guys looked up to as far as whether they was in Chicago or whether they was headliners? Like, who did you guys look up to?
Well, it's so many for me. Like George Dean, #1, hands down, my favorite. And Doc McKenzie. But we pattern ourselves, and I think my brother agreed with me, mostly like the violinaires. We still sing that high with that falsetto. And, a lot of groups through the years came through here and, and really just, been a leading way for us, that we kind of like pattern a little this, a little that after them. And we try, to try to bring it all to become our own. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Anyone else? Charles, you've been kind of quiet. Charles, who you kind of pattern yourself after, or who did you look up to as far as in?
Danny.
Well, yeah. The violinaire. Yeah.
The violinaires, really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, yeah, basically, yeah.
Really? Okay. What about you, Mr. Love?
Well, I really this is the guy when I was coming up. He was my favorite singer. He was one of the original groups from Inspirational Souls. I patted myself out to him because I just loved him. It was just naturally singing or whatever the case may be. And then we had cousins that went before us that we tried to live up to the expectations of them. But, it's like basically what I do, I pretty much stick with Chicago, even though I love other artists like Harvey and people like that. But I still personally stick with Chicago because, that's where I'm from. So even though I love everybody else.
It's okay to admire them because, Harvey, when he did Memphis 1, we all used to sit around, well, not you, Jay, but we used to always sit around and watch that DB all day long. And then we'll get up that next day, if it's a Saturday, and we're rehearsing. And we pattern ourselves sometimes out of Harvey, how he would entertain the crowd, we would look at how he would word his words and all that. Growing up, we was just soaking it all in. So it was a bunch. It's hard to just name that. That's a tough question there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's why I just said that one somebody because it's so hard. Everybody was great. So
Yeah.
That's what they were singing, boy. Somebody at the front door. My bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Jazzy. So my next question is: so you guys are pretty much legends. Maybe the legends, the legends
Wow.
that's coming up in
well,
Chicago.
well, I could
Wow.
say yes, yes,
I know people don't like to say that
yes.
and they throw that word around, but in your own right, you guys really are in Chicago. Let's be
Yes,
honest.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
so
And,
even
and,
even
and to answer
mhm.
that, like I have had experience with some of the younger guys coming up. Like one time we was getting off the road, and we used to have when we get in on a Sunday morning. If we don't have a Sunday morning show outside of outside of Chicago, we would do this brunch for these people every Sunday morning. And I think I broke a string on the guitar, and one of the guys that was a bass player for this choir, he was a much better player than me. And I was like, "Can I use your guitar?" He said, "Yeah, man, it'll be an honor, man. You one of the bass players in Chicago that I look up to. You like a legend, man. I wouldn't have never picked up this guitar if it weren't from you." And I got a lot of that over the years. And I consider them much better bass players than I am. I always try to stay humble, and because I never have too much room to learn something that I don't know, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't know, but I learn and I listen because I stay humble. To answer that, I consider yeah, I'm a legend out here in Chicago, but a humble legend.
Okay.
I
So
like that, brother. I like that, bro.
let me tell you something. It's okay to acknowledge where God has brought you from and the greatness that God has placed inside of you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a good thing to say that yeah, we've been in this thing for a while. We didn't want some awards, we didn't want some showcases. We just didn't arise 5 years ago, and now we just calling ourselves pros and legends. We deserved our time. We still sing a song at church, payday is coming after a while, put your time in. We still sing stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
think you
yeah.
guys have
Oh
put your
yeah.
time in. So I don't think there's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with saying that. But
yeah,
everybody got their own definition. But in
yeah.
saying
Thank you
that,
so much.
as being legends, what we can say up and coming legends, how do you guys feel about Chicago not getting the credit that you guys should get? Because right now we know that everyone is focused in the South and focused in the Carolinas, but like the West Coast and the North pretty much, or the Midwest pretty much don't get the accolades that they possibly should get from the quartet community. How do you guys feel about possibly the disrespect, I would say, or just not getting the respect that you feel like you should get? So you guys,
You
each
would.
one of you can say something. So I'm just gonna sit
You
Okay.
back.
would. You would. You
Jay,
would
Jay,
answer
you
that
go.
question again.
You go. It didn't record the first time, Jay. So you gonna start off, and,
Who?
and you want me to start off?
Man, you can start off. You can start off.
Okay. At some point, it was getting to me like when Harold go do his live and he do this. He always speaks of the South. He was speaking of Chicago at one time. But the good thing about by being the underdog, you don't hear a lot of Chicago groups and a bunch of mess that goes on. We stay in our lane, and if they have conventions or anywhere, and we be invited, we come in packs. We gonna have the biggest turnout everywhere we go, and when we hit stage, each one of the groups from the city is gonna represent, and they're gonna represent hard, because we know what we got to do by being the underdog. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Let me be the underdog. That bring out the best in me.
Well, let me speak. Well, I don't look for man to elevate me. I look for God to elevate me. And they can keep that motive as long as I'm working for the Lord. He gonna bring some good things to my liking. So it's all about God. I don't care about man elevation. So I'm good with that.
So Charles, when you saying you don't care about man elevation, when you doing your part, it'd be about God.
Yes, it do.
Okay,
I'll be
that's all I
serious.
want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. I'll
all
be
right.
I'll be serious. I feel, what I'm singing.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Oh wow. Okay. Because
Okay, okay,
oh yeah, Jay.
okay. Well, I felt I used to get, like Isaac said, I used to be kind of upset, with the disrespect or whatever at Chicago. But it's like I said previously, you could disrespect or whatever, but we gonna get our time to sing. When we sing and God uses us, that's it. That's all. Then in my opinion, you gonna take back everything that you said, or whatever the case may be. I
No,
used
Jay,
to be
that ain't.
upset.
I don't think that's a good word to say. You're gonna take back what you say. Just
No,
let
no,
your
I don't mean it in a bad way though.
wait, but it sound in a bad way. Just
Oh,
just
okay.
keep
Yeah.
it. Stay humble with it, man. That's why I tell you, humble is the way, man.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you go all the time with the expectation of killing the house, dumping on people, you gonna
No,
fall
not
short.
dumping. I don't.
I'm
I
just
mean, when
saying,
we when
you
we go
gonna
up to
fall short.
sing, when we go up to sing, we don't do
But
that.
if the group come before us and laid the hammer down, that make you
Sing
enjoy
even
what
harder.
you have to do when it's your time. So
Right.
being an underdog sometimes could be a good thing because it gives people
Oh
the
yeah.
chance to
Oh yeah.
really see who you are and what your group can do. Because you have naysayers before you come to a town. Oh, I heard them guys somewhere, such and such, and they wasn't all that. So now you make the naysayers the believer when you get on the stage. Because like I say all the time, and I say it here and I say it everywhere, that our ministry is not the same as anybody else's ministry. We all got a different approach to our ministry that God has given us. And we
Right. We
do it
all
to the
different.
best. We do it to the best of our ability. Sing and lift up the name of Jesus. And if every now and a drive get through there or a good slow song or a hymn, that's where we coming. Whatever
What?
get in tune with the people.
All right. Okay. It's about interviewing groups because you get the for real answer. They be like, wait a minute, hold on. So I think it's a good thing. I mean, the transparency, to be honest. Sometimes, we want to get a politically correct answer, but sometimes
Yeah.
but sometimes it's good to be transparent because people want to know the truth. They want to know how you feel about certain
Right.
things for real.
Yeah,
So
like
Right.
everybody can say, we always went in church. I had my time hanging on the block and being on the block and all that, but God, got something better for me to do. I done worked 12, 13, 14 hours on my job and got off work on a Friday and hit the road and then come back into Tuesday with the same guys that I'm with to today. I guess, it's destined, even when I'm sick and don't feel good, I'm on that road when they say it's time to go. So I love what we do. And a lot of people, we have a lot of great support. There's some people come to me that know me and know the group, and I don't even know them. I'll be like, okay, how you doing?
yeah, I got you.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is, it's like I met a couple of people that I don't even know that don't even like Quartet. They into choirs, and I had on a mask, so I don't even know how the guy knew who I was. He just walked up and said, "Man, I love you guys. You a holy son. I love you guys. you know how that made me feel? Man, I wanted to cry because it was like so many people enjoy what we do because we serious about it. And then that made my heart rejoice. I had to call my sister. I was like, Terry, this man don't even know me. And then he said he don't do choir. He was a choir director. And man, that made my heart rejoice because I was like, that's what we do. We try to sing and get and reach somebody. You know, we've been through so much, and it is because of God. Everybody had their situations, but it is because of God that God kept us. So
And you know
that's a
what?
big thing.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is a very, very transparent moment. Like a lot of us that we know the politically correct answers that, oh, we do it for God. But sometimes it's good to hear people like natural. It feels good. Give you a pat on the back. Not that you live for it, but just to know, like, okay, somebody cares. Somebody know that we working hard. People understand that we working on our craft. People don't understand the money, the time that we put in, you know what I'm saying, to try to make sure that we, you know, encourage others. And sometimes the ones that's doing all the encouraging needs to be encouraged sometimes. Let me say, a couple of months ago, one of my bros, DL Marshall, he lives in Kansas. Now I live like in East St. Louis, kind of on the outskirts of East St. Louis, small town out on the outskirts of East St. Louis. And we have been doing this show, the Arena Talk Show, and then I do the Quartet Corner. So I do 2 shows, right? And everybody know that my stage is Boss Lady. But one of the kids recognized DL as far as the other show that we do. And he was talking to some young ladies and they asked him, where is Boss Lady? So he calls me on speakerphone. I'm on my way to work. And the little girls was like so excited to talk to me, not to the point of like, oh, I'm just wonderful, but it was just like, wow, knowing that these young girls knew who I was and they was just excited to talk to me. And I was able to give them encouraging words, not saying that the glory belonged to me, but to know that people really are watching you. People really do care. People that, you know, across the country, you might not ever hear them. You might not ever talk to them, but it's something that you just said or sung or exhorted might have helped somebody. So, you know, when people want to act like, oh, we just do it for the, yeah, that's true. But truth of the matter, sometimes we need to hear that what we're doing is helping somebody. And I think that we just got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta be honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest. I know what the political answer is, but sometimes it's just good to know that, you know, when we go somewhere, like whenever I go somewhere, I always say like, man, I really enjoyed y'all. Y'all did pretty good. Or if they really messed up, I was like, oh yeah, I know y'all need to go back and practice.
But sometimes that helps the group. Getting encouragement from other people, it helps them, and it makes you strive even harder when you go back in the basement or wherever you rehearsal at, in the garage, in the church. It makes you like, man, this person was like so glad, and that gives you that momentum to keep pushing.
That's right.
And keep rehearsing to get it better. I know exactly what you talking about. That's a great feeling.
People just want to act like, oh, no. Sometimes it's good to, you know, as we tell people, give them their flowers while they can smell them. Yeah. You know, tell people that you're doing a good work. People need to hear that you're doing good work. So, you know, that's why I was saying, y'all legends in Chicago. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, they call us a premier group. You know, Premier's been together for a long time, same faces. All but a few, the same faces you've been seeing over the years.
So Isaac, my next question, Isaac, is that we know that Chicago got some great groups. We got the Vicks, you know, the Victory Travelers, and we got the Douglas Singers. We got you guys. Like, for all of this wonderful talent to be in Chicago, what do you think you guys as a quartet community in Chicago, what do you think you guys can do to bring the spotlight back into you guys' area? Because I really think people sleeping on Chicago. I'm just going to be honest. I think people are sleeping on Chicago.
I think We need to bring our production up to par.
Okay.
Write some real good songs that meaningful. Not saying that the songs that's not meaningful, and just go to that next level of being professional. It's like when you live in Chicago, if you notice, we sing. We sing until we pop sweat, fall out, until we can't talk the next day. We need to learn how to control the narrative of the crowd, know how to get them in there and bring it back. You know how you can control the situation, like starting from low, and by the end of the set, you have them here, you know what I'm saying? And being professional about it, you know what I'm saying? But everybody in here, we singers. We singers. We gonna sing people under the table. We gonna sing and shout. I think we just need to. I think we just need to bring a little more production and being pro, setting the scene, setting the stage.
Okay.
If that makes sense to the rest of the guys.
Charles, what you think?
It make a lot of sense. We just got to come together and do what God told us to do, and everything else it is what it is.
It is what it is. Jay, what you think? What you think about that?
Well, I agree with I would agree with Charles and Ike, but I'm saying all we got to do for us to get the notoriety, keep doing what we doing. I mean, keep doing what we doing. If whatever God has you to do, no matter what it is, 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs, whatever the case may be, you keep doing that, then the notoriety gonna come. I mean, we have a lot of legends that left, but we next up and coming, not just the Holy Sons, but everybody in Chicago.
We
upcoming. We gotta keep. Well, you know what I mean. I'm talking about like Deacon Burton.
Yeah, I know what
Frank,
you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Junior Skinner. That's what I'm saying. So we got to, as long as we keep doing what we doing. I mean, because if you listen to it, a lot of people that come to Chicago, the legends, a lot of people, they know that you gotta, because we gonna sing. It don't matter. It ain't we just gonna sing, and they gotta come and sing. So that's how Chicago is. So we just gotta keep on doing what we do.
Okay. All right. So next question is, how do you guys feel about the state of Quartet right now across the board? Not just the Chicago area, but across the board. How do you guys feel about it?
Well, let me be the first. I'm going to do this one. I think Quartet is coming back along great, because I ain't been to a show in Chicago this year that it won wall-to-wall people. I think Chicago is getting the Quartet fever back, and I think around town it's been pretty crowded. Like we went to Waterloo maybe last week, and the place was packed. I said, and I told one of the guys or a couple of the guys, like, man, y'all see this place? Waterloo ain't never been this packed. But I think Quartet is coming back out, and it's coming strong with the new artists, the younger artists bringing a new flavor, and the older artists mixed in together and all that. Man, I think we're in a good state. I just want to see more youth groups coming along.
Okay. So tell me, what do you see Quartet at in the next 5 to 10 years? Like, if you would give a forecast, what would you say about Quartet in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the next 5 or 10 years, God willing, I hope I'm around to see. I think we're going to be in a good place. I really do think. With Carol and the clubhouse and the people that get on, and people starting to come out of their own safety net, going to different states, seeing programs like they used to do when I was see people come in from Mississippi and all the time to Chicago to support some of the big Chicago groups here. I think we're going back to a good place, man. I really do think we going back to a good place.
That's good.
I'm just
I
looking
think
for the next headline group.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree with you, Isaac. I think Quartet now is making a wave across the country. I see Quartet, the influence of Quartet in a lot of the praise and worship drives.
Yeah.
I hear it even in choir songs. Quartet just have a sound, and if you've been around Quartet long enough, you can hear it in different
Yes.
genres.
Yes.
So I agree with you. I completely agree with you. I think we got a strong future. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really do believe we have a strong future. So my next question, because we're going to come down to the end. I don't want to be boring y'all to death, but I want to know what's next for the exciting Holy Sons. What's next for you guys?
I think it's about time. Go ahead, Charles. You ain't said
we finna plan to work on a live recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
2023 or what?
Well, we getting the dates together.
I missed it.
We getting the dates together now as we speak.
As we speak now, let me let you know now. Y'all better let me know when this live recording, because I just left Chicago not too long ago for Tim. What's it? Is it Tim White?
Tim White.
Tim White live recording, and I loved it. I loved the recording. In fact, I saw some of you guys there. So when you guys do y'all live recording, can y'all please let a sister know so I won't plan nothing on that same weekend?
Yes, ma'am. We'll do.
I think with this recording, we're gonna have some feature artists. I ain't gonna let the hat out the bag, but we're gonna have a couple features from a
Isaac,
good
I can sing, Isaac, I promise you I can sing. You can put me on something. Put me on, Craig. Put me on.
Yeah, man. But do you know everybody in the group, we all can sing a little?
I know you guys can.
We all can pick up different instruments and play different stuff if the group need to. We versatile a little bit like that.
That's cool. That's cool. And that's one thing that a lot of groups cannot say, that people are very versatile or have multiple guys that can play multiple instruments. So that's a gift inside of itself. So I don't know. I think I done picked you guys' brain long enough. So that means in 2023, we should be expecting a date for you guys live recording, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it. So before we go, I want everybody to give a last saying or what they want to say before we end. And I'm just glad that you guys had time to sit down and talk to me. It's hard getting a group together. It's hard.
So before they say something, I guess I'll be first. I'd like to thank you for taking the time out to interview us. We really appreciate it. And like I say, good things are coming. Let's keep watching. Good things are coming.
Well, I'm next on the line. I thank you for taking your time out to interview the group, and I think we well deserving of it. And just keep God first, and everything is possible. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank you for this interview and taking the time out to chop it up with us. And I also like to say, support the Holy Sons. Stream, just support us. It's hard out here on the road, getting from town to town. We just want y'all to enjoy our ministry. And I promise you, on the CDs that we have, you have found a song or a bunch of songs that you're going to like. Just please support the ministry.
All right. Well, you guys, there it is. You heard it from some of the guys from Chicago on the exciting Holy Sons. I am so excited. I am so grateful that you guys took out time on your busy schedule to talk to your girl, Boss Lady. Listen, if somebody want to book you guys, who should they contact?
So everybody speak at once?
I don't
Terry,
know none of that information. I don't know none of that information.
Terry Hollins and the EXCITINGHolySons.com or Facebook page. You can reach her at 773-540-4037. You can contact her. We do have a video on Facebook that went viral. So, you know, please keep the views coming. Thank you.
And pretty much, I believe that you guys' last CD is on all media platforms, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
So you guys look up my bros, the Exciting Holy Sons. I'm telling you, you would not be disappointed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you guys want to, make sure you hit up Terry, Miss Terry, and Miss Terry will make sure that they get to your city. All right. Love you guys. Until next time.
Love you
God
too.
bless you.
Love
Bye.
you too. And you won't be disappointed.